Sydney Sweeney is undeniably one of Hollywood's brightest stars right now. From her breakout roles in Euphoria to high-profile films, she has become a household name almost overnight. But despite the fame, Sweeney has openly admitted that acting alone doesn't always pay the bills. Hollywood may seem glamorous from the outside, but the reality is that even successful actors have to carefully manage their finances. That's where brand deals come in, and in Sydney's case, one particular campaign changed the game entirely. In one of the boldest moves of her career, Sweeney signed on for American Eagle's largest campaign ever. The campaign was cheekily titled "Sydney Sweeney Has Great Genes," and it was impossible to ignore. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill ad, it was a full-blown, multimedia spectacle. Fans saw a massive 3D billboard in Times Square featuring Sweeney in signature denim, a full 360-degree video takeover at the Las Vegas Sphere, and a Snapchat filter allowing people to virtually try on her jeans. Every element was designed to be interactive, shareable, and undeniably memorable. Then there was the Sydney Gone, a limited edition style designed specifically with her name on it. This wasn't just a promotional gimmick, it was a strategic move that paid off immediately. Following the campaign announcement, American Eagle's stock surged nearly 18% in a single day, adding over $400 million to the company's market value. Their chief marketing officer even referred to it as our Super Bowl. For a fashion brand, this was monumental, and for Sweeney, it represented an enormous payday. So, just how much did Sydney actually make from this campaign? While the exact figure hasn't been disclosed, we can make an educated guess. With her net worth currently estimated around $40 million, it's safe to say the payout was significant. To put it in perspective, stars like Jennifer Lawrence and Zendaya have earned multi-million-dollar checks for luxury brand endorsements. American Eagle isn't quite Gucci or Chanel, but this was their most expensive campaign to date. That strongly suggests Sydney's fee was likely in the high six-figure to seven-figure range, but here's where it gets interesting. Sweeney has been refreshingly candid about her financial reality. Brand deals aren't just extras, they're essential. In a 2022 interview with The Hollywood Reporter, she revealed that even taking a 6-month break from acting would leave her unable to cover her expenses. At first glance, that might seem shocking. After all, a rising Hollywood star with multiple hit projects should be set for life, right? But the reality of LA living and the financial demands of celebrity life tell a different story. Sydney's earnings go out almost as quickly as they come in. She gives 5% to her lawyer, 10% to her agents, a cut to her business manager, and her publicist charges more than her mortgage each month. Between taxes, insurance, and lifestyle expenses, even a seemingly large paycheck can disappear quickly. And with actor salaries largely flat and residual checks shrinking due to the rise of streaming platforms, brand deals are no longer just nice-to-haves, they're lifelines that allow stars like Sweeney to maintain both their careers and their lifestyles. This brings us back to the American Eagle campaign. While the financial aspect was undoubtedly impressive, it hasn't been without controversy. Some critics online called the ads tone-deaf, citing the brand's controversial labor history as a point of concern. Sweeney likely scored a major payday, but in Hollywood, every move carries potential long-term consequences. One controversial campaign could influence public perception or impact future collaborations. It's also worth noting that celebrity campaigns like this are more than just money, they're career-defining opportunities. Being the face of a major brand can elevate an actor's visibility far beyond what traditional film or TV roles provide. For Sydney, this campaign didn't just bring a paycheck, it positioned her as a cultural influencer, someone whose name alone can drive millions in sales. That kind of visibility can lead to more high-profile roles, fashion collaborations, and even executive opportunities down the line, and there's a fascinating dynamic at play here. In the past, actors often relied on acting alone for both income and prestige. Today, the entertainment landscape has shifted. Streaming platforms have reduced residual payouts, the film industry has become more competitive, and lifestyle costs have skyrocketed, especially in cities like Los Angeles. Celebrities now have to diversify their income streams. Social media influence, sponsorships, and brand collaborations are no longer optional, they're essential for staying financially secure and maintaining cultural relevance. Consider this: the average viewer might see a celebrity endorsement and assume the money is a bonus, a luxury. But for many actors, especially young stars navigating Hollywood's rising costs, it's a critical part of their income. Sydney's experience illustrates this perfectly. The American Eagle deal likely brought in millions, but after agent fees, management cuts, taxes, and expenses, it's clear that even a high-profile campaign doesn't equate to unlimited wealth, and yet, the trade-off often makes sense. For Sweeney, the American Eagle campaign solidified her brand as both a fashion icon and a mainstream celebrity. The Sydney Gone denim became instantly recognizable, and the viral marketing efforts ensured that her name and face were everywhere. This level of exposure is invaluable. It strengthens her personal brand, increases her negotiating power for future acting and endorsement deals, and keeps her relevant in an industry where attention is currency. But the story doesn't end there. Hollywood has always been unpredictable, and even lucrative deals can carry hidden risks. Controversy, backlash, or misaligned partnerships can affect an actor's reputation. The criticism surrounding the campaign, though minor compared to some celebrity scandals, reminds us that in today's interconnected world, every public move is scrutinized. Celebrities must carefully weigh the immediate financial benefits against potential long-term impact. Sydney's situation also highlights a broader trend: the rising importance of brand deals for young actors. With traditional acting roles no longer guaranteeing financial security, campaigns like this have become critical. They not only provide substantial income but also offer opportunities to diversify one's career. For example, a high-profile campaign can open doors in fashion design, social media content, and entrepreneurship. Many stars today are building empires that extend far beyond film or television. While Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle campaign may look like just another flashy ad to the average viewer, it's actually a strategic career move. It demonstrates her ability to leverage her fame, secure substantial income, and maintain cultural relevance. Yes, there are costs and risks associated with these deals, but in the evolving landscape of Hollywood, they're often worth it. In the end, the takeaway is clear: even rising stars with millions in net worth have to think strategically about money. Fame and talent alone aren't enough to sustain a career or a lifestyle. Brand partnerships, sponsorships, and endorsements are no longer just a perk, they're a vital component of a modern actor's financial toolkit. And for Sydney Sweeney, the American Eagle campaign isn't just about denim, it's about smart career management, staying relevant, and making sure the spotlight continues to shine. Yes, she likely walked away with a substantial paycheck, but in Hollywood, a paycheck is only part of the story. The bigger picture is navigating public perception, building a personal brand, and securing long-term career stability. With campaigns like this, Sydney Sweeney is showing that she's not just a talented actor, she's a savvy businesswoman in the making.